just did the things that the girls do when the girls girl, you know? What's up, you guys? I am Nathina Antoinette, popping like your favorite bottle of Moet. Sit back and get ready to sip what I am pouring today. If you have been following my channel for a while, you know the last couple of years or so, they've been rough to say the least, but I have been open about sharing my journey because I am hoping that the authenticity of me sharing what I'm going through as I'm going through it, well, kind of as I'm going through it, because you know, your girl will disappear for a while, but I'm hoping that me sharing my journey will help other people along theirs as well. For today's video, I want to share how I healed after having this last miscarriage that I've had in my life. I've had 2 miscarriages, but the first one, I was really young, whatever, but y'all got to see the process of the second one. I am going to take the time to share how I found out I was pregnant after having my miscarriage. If you didn't know, I am pregnant now. Yay! So make sure you subscribe and turn on your notification bell. That way, when that video goes up, you will know. Without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into the video. If you did follow me through that journey of when I posted the video sharing that I did have the miscarriage, you know that I was down bad. I was blaming myself completely. I just really felt like it was my fault because I was sad about other things that were going on. I don't suggest blaming yourself when you are going through something like that, but in my case, it worked for me. It caused me to look a little bit deeper into what I was feeling, why I was feeling it, and it caused me to go on a different element of my self-healing journey, and I looked more into revitalizing my feminine energy, and I will put the link up here. Is it going to be on this side or is it going to be on that side? I'm not sure, but I'll put the link up there if you want to see how I jump started that portion of my journey. After I had my miscarriage, I had to have a D&C because I didn't get rid of everything naturally. So after my surgery, I was miserable, okay? Because I bled for about 2 weeks. You know, you can't take a bath. I couldn't soak my body. I was just sad, mopey, and gross. And I had to do something to get myself out of that. But instead of forcing myself out, I honestly just let myself go through it. Like, instead of trying to get over something, sometimes it's easier just to like go through it. So I just allowed myself to feel everything that I was feeling at that time. I allowed myself to feel gross because I was bleeding. I was sad. The headaches. Oh my goodness, I had the worst headaches at that time. I didn't even have much of an appetite, so I wasn't even like eating my feelings. It was just a very rough patch. So as I said, once I started to feel better, that's when I started to take that journey to revitalize my feminine energy and connect more with myself. I really just focused on taking the time for me. That means getting back to all of the things that I had neglected, because prior to my miscarriage, I was in like deep grief anyway, and I was slowly not doing those special things for myself, you know, taking that extra time to do the 42 steps of skincare, or, you know, sitting and doing my yoga and meditating and things like that. So that is another thing that I made sure I started to do. I made sure I used that opportunity while I was meditating to meditate on what I have, not necessarily what I lost, because at that time of my life, I was completely consumed by everything that I had lost. And instead of thinking about, it's been a long time since I didn't cry, so I guess it's trying to pop up while I'm recording. But anyway, so instead of focusing on those things while I was meditating, I was really just like, this is what I have, this is what I'm thankful for. And like I was saying, while I was meditating, I was really trying to just focus on what I have in the moment, right? Not what I want in the future, and not necessarily neglecting what I lost either. Just not focusing so much on that, because of course that is where my mind would drift to. Without dismissing what I lost, I just try to shift my focus on to gratitude and thankfulness throughout my journey. I also made sure to spend more meaningful moments with my family, because although I was with them, like, once my boyfriend get off from work, it's pretty much just me, him, and Blythe in the house. Or y'all know I'm still with Blythe like all day except for when she has practices. But I wasn't, like, I was there with them in those moments, but I was just going through the motions, I guess you could say. With all the loss that I had experienced over the year and a half, I I guess I can say, although I was living with it, I was still consumed by it. Not living with it, I would say functioning with it. I was still consumed by it. Although I was consumed with everything that I lost, I didn't want them to feel neglected or as though I did not value or appreciate their presence, I guess you could say. I wanted to just make sure that I was being intentional, and that is something that you will hear me say a lot more as I go through this journey called life, and share it with you guys. I just wanted to make sure that I was being intentional about being present in those moments with them. I wanted them to know, like, I see you, I love you, I know that you are still here, you still got me. I also went back to doing yoga just to make sure I was showing myself that I am here and I'm present for me as well. And I think that I can tell the difference when I'm doing yoga consistently and then when I'm not, which, let's be honest, right now I'm not. And I can definitely feel the difference. Like, I just don't feel as in sync with myself. It's something about the breath and the flow that comes with yoga for me that kind of, I don't know, aligns me or keeps me centered. And it is on my list of things to get back into doing. But at that time, I went back into making sure I was doing yoga at least like one sequence a day or twice a day. Also made sure to show my body how much I love it and was not angry because you lost this baby, and that was another thing. Well, I'll mention that afterwards. But because I was blaming my body, like myself, my mind, my spirit, my body, for not carrying this baby. And so I made sure that I started eating foods. I guess I went back plant-based, you could say. for about 2-3 weeks, and then I started eating fish, and then I started eating like all the other animals again or whatever. Yeah.
What happened today, or what the day was gonna look like?
So we got our box from Misfits Market. Bly, can you move with no pants on? We got our box from Misfits Market. I love Misfits Market. I started getting their boxes during quarantine. They're $30. They've kind of changed how you order now. You have more control over what you get. But I like it because you get organic produce, and a lot of the stuff that I find on their market, they don't have in our Food Lion. We do have an Aldi, and we do have one organic market, but our town is really small, so we don't have that much stuff. You get little recipe ideas inside the box. You also get a coupon code. So I will share my coupon code, then you can share your coupon code. You get 15%, I get 15%, something like that.
Can you open like this?
Watch this a hole right here, too. Let's see what's in our box today. Very well packaged. Always very well packaged. So I got some oyster mushrooms, some peppers, these things, and they were cheaper than what they were in the store. Whoa, that's really long. Very long cucumber. And some microgreens. I love those. And these are my favorites. Pea shoots. They have like a earthy, I don't know how to explain the taste, but if you haven't had pea shoots, please try pea shoots. Black, we will do the game. Mommy will do the game with you. And a squash. Mangoes. What else did I get? Oh, I got some crispy lettuce. I did get lettuce in the box. I ordered some lettuce. I forgot.
Other stuff.
Yeah. Some radishes, limes, kiwis.
Beef and broccoli.
Okay. Hold on, more limes.
Family beef and broccoli, or just beef and broccoli and something else?
You can do family, but I like to eat the rice. Mango. Some kind of mango that makes it different from other mangoes. And I believe blood oranges. Organic blood oranges. Yes. That's what those are. I'm stuck on my fingernail. And that's it. It's just more limes and stuff inside of here. What, girl? But I did, just to, you know, and I've said this before on my channel, I feel as though when I eat a lot of foods, and when I say a lot of foods, it just means like plants, because in my mind, when you take a plant and you can like replant it, and so it's like a continuous like living cycle, but once you kill that animal, like it's just dead, and so you just are putting like dead stuff. I've talked about that before. So for people who are new to my channel or didn't see that video, basically when I said like eating those type of foods, it just made me feel more awakened, refreshed, hydrated, present. It just helped me feel good about myself and my body and what I was putting in it. I also made different clothing choices because since I've had Blythe, I may have dressed up on like 4 or 5 occasions. Like, that's pretty much it. So I made sure to wear things that I liked on my body. Like, okay, this makes me feel pretty. This makes me feel good. Give me a little confidence boost. You know, when you look good, you feel good. I put some makeup on and, you know, just did the things that the girls do when the girls girl, you know? In the midst of doing all of this, I realized how miraculous conception really is. And after, like, I missed my first checkup, and so like weeks after, I ended up going, you know, having that final, you know, checkup to make sure everything was okay and all of that stuff. And it wasn't anything that I did. There was nothing that I could do. There were just too many chromosomes. Like, the the beginnings of life, like the makings of life, the way everything has to come together. And I'm a science major, and I don't know why I didn't think of it. I guess I was consumed more with the chemicals in my brain that was making me feel how I was feeling versus looking at it from that perspective of, wow, it really does take a lot of factors and steps and alignment for life to be created in a viable way. And I think that oftentimes, especially for people who struggle with infertility, because, you know, we were trying for a while before I actually got pregnant. I was having the issues with the cyst and, you know, all that. And then I had a miscarriage before, and it took about 6-7 years or something like that before I ever got pregnant again. And so I think for people who are on that side of infertility or haven't experienced it, when we see other people, like, damn, all the wind did was blow and now you're pregnant, I think we take for granted how amazing it is to receive that blessing of, you know, creating that. And yeah, so that's kind of what I did. And I was going to do like a yoni steam, and I had bought like the yoni pearls, and I was going to do the steam, and I was going to take like some cleansing type healing stuff. But I wasn't gonna do any of that stuff until I found out, like, you know, I was healthy. And by the time I found out that I was fully healthy again, I was pregnant again. And I will make sure that I make a video going into detail about that. I will probably do like the first like month or so after I found out I was pregnant, all in one video. I have to go back and look and see how those videos are put together. So I don't want to tell you any stories. Just go ahead and make sure you subscribe to my channel. Turn on that notification bell. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up, and just stay as positive as you can, and know that life is crazy. Like, life is crazy. Like, that's the best I got. Life is crazy, and it's crazy how things come together or don't come together. But you just have to believe that it all comes together for you. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.